What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be discussing the Demon 2.0. This is effectively going to be a review of this board, showing off what it can do for you guys, as well as a discussion of this board overall and what we've learned in the 8 months since we released the board. Before we get into any of the tests, I just want to start by saying this, and that's that the Demon 2.0 is a DIY product. Anyone, in my opinion, can build a kit following our videos, but it is important to have a general understanding of how the VESC tool works, as well as knowing how to use some basic tools such as Allen keys and wrenches. Additionally, our pre-built boards are essentially just assembled DIYs. They probably won't be as polished as the pre-built boards coming off of the factory lines, and they probably won't be as elegant as some of the boutique boards that you'll see on the internet. We just want to have full transparency with you guys so you guys can make the best educated decision on whether or not our board is the right board for you. In my opinion, the Demon 2.0 is the perfect board for any of you guys looking to get more into the DIY realm. It eliminates a lot of the guesswork that goes into DIY by setting up a very easy to build board that has great performance while allowing you to learn along the way, so that in the future, if you wanted to, you could build a DIY board yourself. Now that that's covered, let's get into some of the tests that we've run on the Demon 2.0, starting with speed. On our website and in the past, we've advertised that the top speed on the Demon 2.0 is 38 miles per hour. This test is pretty simple. We just took a flat section of road, tried to go as fast as possible, and then recorded how fast the board was going through the Xmatic app as well as some other data. If you see the Xmatic app freezing, that's just because during the screen recording process it was just very buggy. In our speed tests, we were really only able to get up to 35 to 36 miles per hour before getting sketched out and coming off of the throttle. There was definitely still room on it, but with the double kingpin trucks, as I mentioned, it can get very dicey at those higher speeds. How we see it is the speed is there if you need it, but we don't readily recommend going all the way up there, as it can be very dangerous going that fast. We've had customers report going up to 41 miles per hour, which seems reasonable considering the eSkate speed calculator, which estimates right around that speed. There's honestly no need for so much speed, and with double kingpin trucks it can get very sketchy at those high speeds. So yes, the 38 mile per hour top speed is definitely legit, and although we've only showed 36 miles per hour on this speed test, there was still room on the throttle, and we've had customer reports that go even faster than that 38 mile per hour limit that we've set. The next test that we did is the hill climb test, and this consists of using a 14-degree or 26% grade hill, which is very steep, and then riding our board up it. This particular hill is one of the steepest in Portland, which is a very hilly city. Like I said, it's right around 26%, which is extremely steep, even though it doesn't look as steep on camera. We tested the boards in sunny 80-degree weather and used a rider that was 145 pounds. Additionally, the boards were charged to 80% to simulate what it would be like to go up the hill in the middle of a ride. We did this test 3 times back to back in the span of less than 5 minutes to put strain on the electronics. We've overlaid data from the Xmatic app so you guys can see exactly how much current both the motors and battery are drawing during this hill climb and how much of the throttle we are using. As you can see right here, the board is just ripping up this hill like it doesn't even exist, getting right around 24 miles an hour. In fact, in all of the tests, we got right around 24 to 25 miles an hour as the top speed on a 26% gradient hill, which is insane. The hill climbing ability is hands down the greatest feature on the Demon 2.0. It's not just the fact that it'll go up any hill, it's the speed that it can take hills at. The 6374 motors are just so insanely powerful, and when coupled with that 12S battery, it just flies up anything. This is the 3rd run, and after having gone up the hill twice already, the board was able to top out here in this moment at 25 miles an hour, accelerating up the 26% gradient. The throttle was also only at 66.6%, which is mind-boggling to me. The next test is the range test, and this one is simple. Just ride the board until the battery is completely dead, starting from full. We advertised that the range on the Demon 2.0 is 30 miles. With its 518 watt-hour battery made from premium Samsung cells, this is achievable using the lowest of speed modes. Personally, on our tests, we've gotten right around 25 to 26 miles. Our customers also are similarly reporting at 26 miles as the range that they get out of their boards, riding moderately. If you ride less aggressively, you can absolutely achieve 30 miles, and if you ride more aggressively, you're probably looking closer to 23 or 24. Additionally, if you're using the AT tires, this can also cut your range by around 7 miles. We've had quite a few requests for more range, considering a lot of people use AT tires, so we will soon be offering a 12S 4P option. Additionally, it's important to note that our battery is shifting over from a 40T cell to a P42A cell due to the cell shortage. The use of different cells, however, will not significantly change the current range of the board. The 26 miles of range that I'm getting out of the board at the moment is perfect for me. I only ride 10 to 15 miles on average, so having a larger battery would actually just add weight and add range that I don't really need. At the moment, for my personal needs, I think the Demon 2.0 has the perfect weight to range ratio, as it's not too overbearing to carry, but it also provides excellent range. That concludes the three main test categories of the Demon 2.0: speed, range, and hill climbing ability. The other things that I will discuss are the feeling of the board and also the braking. So first, the braking. The braking on the board is extremely good. Considering that it's programmed using the VESC tool, you can really customize it however you want, but as the default that we set it to negative 70 amps, it's very strong, and having that reverse mode when you go all the way back on the throttle allows you to brake and reverse so you actually come to a complete stop. We're back here on our favorite hill climbing test hill again, testing the brakes, and as you can see, they're absolutely killer, super reliable, super strong, and always make you feel like you're in control of the board. They're so strong that actually when you go all the way back on the throttle and go fully on the brakes into reverse, they will climb that same steep 26% hill, which is super impressive to me. Lastly, we have the ride feeling, and the ride feeling of the Demon 2.0 is just how I like it personally. Obviously, I feel like ride feeling is very subjective. Everyone has their own style that they like. Personally, I like a nice downhill deck, and I like to be able to carve. This is exactly what the Demon 2.0 was built for. We have a 38-inch long deck with great concave that keeps you nice and locked in, allowing for great carving ability. The massive 110mm wheels that have excellent grip allow for deep carving, and just a whole lot of fun and smoothness. The double kingpin trucks also add a lot of carvability, as that's what they're specifically designed for. In general, the double kingpin trucks, the huge grippy wheels, and the concave of the deck enable for great carving and a lot of smoothness. However, if you're into a flexi setup, this probably is not going to be it for you, as the large battery casing with relatively little flex does not allow for a lot of flex on the deck, so it's going to be a relatively rigid ride. Additionally, the double kingpin trucks are very distinct, and I would consider them an acquired taste. Many people dislike them due to their instability at high speeds. Personally, the double kingpin trucks have not been too much of an issue in terms of the wobbles for me. I can cruise right around 29 to 32 miles an hour with relative ease and not get wobbles. But that also could be due to my low rider weight at only 145 to 150 pounds, depending on the gear in my backpack. They do take some getting used to, and after riding with them for the past couple of years on all of my DIYs, they're my go-to, and that's why we use them on the 2.0. That concludes the portion about ride feeling, and now that I've discussed everything that I want to about the Demon 2.0 and its specs, I'll finish this video by just talking about what has changed with the Demon 2.0 since the initial video and the future of the board. Since the release of the Demon 2.0, we've been constantly tweaking the design and the components ever so slightly to get the easiest build for all of you guys building kits. For example, we've changed the motor connectors to MR60s that match the MR60s on the Foxbox Unity, so it's just one plug, all three go in together, and it also stays in a lot better. We've also added some holes on the rear of the enclosures, that way the phase wires will go through those instead of needing to cut your own. This saves DIYers a little bit of time when they're building their kits. We've also added the ability to add bash guards to your build. If you're going off of curbs frequently or just off-roading a lot and want a little more motor protection, we now have bash guards for sale on our website. One of the changes for the future that we plan on making are the wheels. We do love the 110s, but they are having some issues right now, so in the future we plan on swapping those out. This entire video has really focused on the street version of the Demon 2.0, but there is an all-terrain version as it is compatible with our 7-inch all-terrain tires. With the 7-inch AT tires, the speed, range, and the hill climbing ability all do slightly decrease due to the size of the larger wheel and the additional energy and force required to turn them. Evidently, the trade-off for this is that you are able to off-road and take to the trails like you aren't able to with the street wheels. The AT tires are also great for just increasing the smoothness on regular asphalt rides, especially if you're going for a long time. Trail riding is also extremely fun, and given the power and the range of the Demon 2.0, it's excellent for this. That concludes our review of the Demon 2.0. If you guys want to hear what other riders that actually own the board think, make sure to go check out the reviews section on the product page. There are currently 11 5-star reviews, which makes 100% 5-star reviews from our reviewers. If you're interested, definitely go make sure to check out our product page. We'll have a link in the description below to both the kit and the complete board. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below and we will get back to you. Additionally, you can email us at propulsionboards@gmail.com. If you've enjoyed the video and you've made it this far, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the YouTube channel for more incredible DIY electric skateboard content. We have a ton of really great videos coming up later this summer, so subscribe to stay tuned for those. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.